Welcome back to my second tutorial, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how the athlete adds all their details, and a lot of that information is very relevant further into the Excel platform. So we requested an athlete to come across, they've accepted. As you can see, that athlete is here, so it's Avatar Athlete Exhale. I want to go into their account now, so we go to the right here and press Edit Account. We'll go in, and already the athlete has started to put some of their own details in there, their own personal details. They've got a basic questionnaire that the athlete can fill in: current injuries, old injuries, athletic history, any lab testing, basic metrics, heart rate. The RPE field is one that you, the coach, fills in, and this makes sure that you get lots of information regarding the rate of perceived effort, and I'll talk about that function a little bit later on in another tutorial. But what I tend to do is I click this and I require that to be entered by the athlete. But again, look out for that tutorial. I'll go into that in a little bit more detail. So if you scroll down, you have other things as well you can put in. So the athlete can put in their personal best times for swim, bike and run, any distance and any day, and that's a good reference for you later on, which I'll show you as a metric that you can reference instead of coming back to this page. You can also personalize very specific things. So in this case, look, target run pace at 70.3 off the bike. This athlete would be aiming for 7 minutes. Again, this is something you can reference later on using the platform. You do it for swim pace and target power on biking. A little bit lower, you've got availability. So the athlete has put 12 hours availability and prompt daily time budget of 2 weeks. Now this again is a really good function. I'll go into more detail on another tutorial, but essentially what this is this prompts the athlete 2 weeks in advance of any given date, and they have to enter when their availability is and what specific discipline they can train. So if they can't swim on a Monday, let's say, there's no point you as a coach prescribing any swimming on that Monday. So if we scroll back up here, all the way to the top, you'll see on the left hand side, you've got athlete's weight. You click in here and you can add the athlete's weight. Let's say it's 70 kilograms at this point. And below there, you'll see that metric just pop up. Now over the weeks, months, you will encourage the athlete to enter their weight probably every 3 or 4 weeks, and this again will give you very specific power to weight numbers later on in the platform. If we move across to training zones now, as you can see, what I've already done is entered the bike zone heart rate. I've calculated that based off 190, and this athlete's got 300 watts functional threshold power. So again, as you scroll down, you can see heart rate metrics and power metrics all being entered. In addition to that, you can enter your own training zones as well. So what I've done here is I've zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, all the way up to zone 7, neuromuscular power and aerobic capability. Right, so there's 7 training zones there, and you can do the same exactly. So here, look, 200 heart rate beats per minute. I've calculated those zones. If this athlete had running power, I could enter those metrics here. And also you can see so these paces now are being based off a 80-minute 5k PB time. All right, so I've entered all the average paces for those specific training zones. Now if you want to add your own training zones, you can see, look, customized training zones. All you do is press the plus icon and then you enter your training zones. Once you've done that, you press save, and again these will be referenced when you do or use the indoor turbo trainer built-in function and the treadmill indoor training function as well. Now once you've done all this, in future tutorials I'll show you how a lot of this information then becomes really, really useful for you once you start using the coaching platform.